Hi guys, Gail Kendig here with EmpowerNetwork.com/pink. Good afternoon. I wanted to tell you a story today about something that's happened in my life to give you a little bit of an idea just about how choices affect you and what your thoughts do to you and how you can actually control your destiny with your thoughts. Now, you know, what you focus on expands. So it's important to know that your thoughts become things. When I was 18 years old, I always wanted to be a flight attendant. So I knew that when I was 18, I'd be leaving the house and, you know, pursuing my flight attendant career. And it's exactly what I did. So, I mean, I had focused on that for a long time. In one of my other videos, I did tell you that I wanted to fly away. I always wanted to fly. And if I could, when I was little, if I could be a bird, how wonderful that would be. To soar above, everyone and just to see the glory of, the majesty of the world, I guess. So I always had an excitement to fly. So when I was 18, I did go to a school in Pennsylvania. It was called the Wilma Boyd Career School. I don't even know if it still exists or if it's called something different. But it was a school to teach you how to, become a stewardess. And I signed up late because it was something I had to pay for myself. And so by the time I got the money together, I ended up in the boys' class. It was all boys, section. But they had to put me in with the boys, which was really rough. I was 18 years old, cute little thing. So that was pretty fun and exciting. I had a lot of guy friends. I've always had a lot of guy friends. They seem to get along better with guys than girls sometimes. I don't know why, but anyway, went through the whole process, had a great time, wonderful experience. I even sang for graduation. And the night of graduation, I got a call from the school saying that United Airlines wanted to hire me. And I was needed in Chicago the next day. So I panicked. I totally froze and panicked. My first thoughts were I had no money. I had no money. I was eating Ritz crackers and peanut butter and jelly my whole time. I got real skinny because that's all I could eat. I had no money, so it was real easy. Great weight loss method there. And I honestly did panic. I went back home to sunny Rochester, New York, because I didn't know anybody in Chicago. I didn't know how it worked. They really didn't explain it to me. Otherwise, I probably would have made other choices. But not that I'm blaming. I just didn't know how it worked. I didn't know anybody and have any money. So what was I going to do in Chicago? It just didn't make sense to me. So I came back home. And then from that day forward, all I did was look at planes in the sky, going over my head. Where are they going? I wish I was on it. Why can't it be me? I mean, for years and years and years. So fast forward, I was having dinner with a friend of mine who was a flight attendant. I was in my 40s. We were having a nice Italian dinner. And she said, Gail, you'd be so good at this. You should do it. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm like old, I just said everything. I'm, short, I'm fat, I'm old. I'm like, there's no way. And she goes, but you'd be so good. I said, I know, but I think my time is gone. So she goes, no, you got it. You got to call. So she gave me the phone number. I called the lady and I pretty much said the same thing to the lady that I said to you just now, that I said to her. I was short, I was fat, I was old, and she just laughed, and she said, oh, she'd love to see me. Well, anyway, I was a director of an IT company at the time, in my 40s, big job, and I flew on Martin Luther King Day, because it was a Monday, and I had off. So they flew me and paid for it to in Indiana, and they hired me on the spot. But I said, I do have a problem because I didn't give them I kind of fubbed, I made up a resume because I had never really written a resume. I never needed one. So I really dumbed down this resume. It was like customer service. I like people, I didn't tell them I was a director of a company. So I had to tell them, look, if you're going to hire me, I need to know now. I kind of told them I needed to know. I just couldn't do just a 2-week notice, Anyway, they hired me. So you would have thought I wasn't Miss America. But the bottom line is this whole thing is, since I was a little girl, I wanted to fly. Here I am in my 40s, and I became a flight attendant, which you honestly would have thought, oh, I mean, it was a dream come true. And the whole process, the whole time I was a flight attendant, was a miraculous, wonderful thing. It didn't last long because, you know, the second company that I was hired for, they found out what my skills were. And I ended up, you know, opening up a lot of cities for the new airline. And, you know, put my skills to work. And, you know, I was like, what the heck? I guess I got to work, you know, for a living. But it was still, I was in the plane a lot. I was flying to different cities. And it was still a great time. But then I got a call that my dad was sick and I needed to come home. But bottom line, guys, gang, girls, you got to follow your passion. And if an opportunity arises, you just got to take it. I mean, I was kind of making, you know, 6 figures, real close to it. And then I just became a flight attendant. But I was single. I didn't have a lot of responsibility. I was able to do that. So I can't say that, you know, you can just do that at the drop of a hat. But what I do want to say is go for it. Go for it. You know, you don't have to wait, you know, 40 years or 30-something years to get what you want. And you know, especially this day and age, you just really have to go for it. So that being said, this is on my roll for my 30 days of videos. I hope you got some nuggets out of it and learned from my story. My name is Gail Kendig with EmpowerNetwork.com/pink, powerfully influencing using nuggets of knowledge. And I do hope that you got a nugget today. Bye.